We're here at Antiques on 48. We're located at 23906 Highway 48 in Baldwin, Ontario. One of our vendors managed to find some sports negatives, and they include some horse racing. One of the best things about the business is finding things like that, learning the stories behind them, and discovering something you never thought you'd come across.
At the top of the stretch, Northern Dancer has a 4-length lead. He draws painlessly away from Landcrest, and here he comes, bounding in the form and style of the finest thoroughbred in Canadian racing history.
Northern Dancer was a great sports hero of this country, and for that reason alone, getting into Canada's Sports Hall of Fame as a racehorse was pretty tough to do, but he always transcended racing. So he was a national hero, and he gave us that great flair of having a Kentucky Derby winner, bred in Canada, that came home and won the Queen's Plate, and people cared about him in those days in 1964. This place was full of enthusiasts for Northern Dancer.
He had a reputation that we all knew about, and that was he was a bad little boy, and he dropped every exercise rider that was ever on his back. Luke Haas, a historian here at Woodbine for years, stated in his book that Northern Dancer was willful, feisty, and Napoleonic. And I thought, well, that's a great description because he was all of those. He was a tough guy.
He wanted to do things his way, and if somebody wanted to do something he didn't want to do, then he let you know.
This liveliness and rambunctiousness and naughtiness in many ways was strong characteristics. Hard to handle, like a rambunctious child.
This is terrific because this is really what racing is all about. Here's a great shot of Northern Dancer.
He had that character about him that he knew who he was, and he made sure that everybody else knew who he was also.
And you can see there he's even on the prounce. And the one thing you can tell about him is he is a diminutive horse.
He had a lot of things going against him. He was a late foal, smallish, but he had a bulldog physique because he was built like a tank and had a bulldog mentality.
2 lengths, a length and a half, a length. Hillrise moves up, but the Dancer won't quit. He responds to the challenge. Hillrise can't catch him. The Dancer has done it.
He won the Derby. He won the Preakness. He got beat in the Belmont, unfortunately. Now he comes back to Canada with all of this great performances behind him. And don't forget, in those days it was just basically newsprint and radio and TV. To take on the stature that he did through those mediums and to be exposed to the public in that way, it'll never be repeated, but it was pure and somehow saintly at the same time.